Thanks, everyone. I apologize if there's any background noise. I live in a high density area, and apparently the people next door have decided to run a table saw nonstop for the entire day. So in any event, we'll endeavor to do our best. So I'm a CEO of 8i. We're a volumetric video company, which is essentially 3D video, holograms, things of that nature of what we do. I'm joined today by my CTO, and we're also going to perform a live broadcast demonstration. So be prepared to type a link into your Chrome browser, or you can use a QR code with your phone to view it. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. There's a lot we could cover. I think the demo is more important, so I'll give some brief tidbits, and we'll do that, and then we can talk a little Q&A. At a basic level, we're endeavoring to take volumetric videos and use it such that we can improve the way we communicate, learn, work, and play. So, think of volumetric video as where it could be used. Think of how you use video, whether it's a Zoom call, whether it's watching a movie, or it's performing a training simulation. It essentially replaces 2D video with 3D video in an immersive space. So it has use cases and applications across a wide array of sectors, industries, etc. Okay, so why do you need it, right? So what is this for? Well, it's really tough to scale 3D computer graphics in an authentic way. So if you look here on your right, what you see a lot today in these sort of social applications, training applications, communication applications is avatars, and perhaps they get your facial hair relatively correctly done, but the rest of you does not look like you at all. It's either off-putting or it can be done better, essentially. And so our goal is to provide that authenticity in an immersive world. In an immersive world, whether it's a virtual reality application, an augmented reality application, or the word du jour these days is the metaverse. Certainly the metaverse is applicable to our technology. From a very basic level, and I'll cover this a little more detail, we're an end-to-end tech stack. So from capturing the performance, transforming it, which is essentially turning it into a hologram or a 3D asset, and then streaming it to any device. We do cover we're an end-to-end solution provider in this space. A lot of, why is this complicated, right? It's okay, we're making video 3D, but roll some cameras out. This shouldn't be that hard. And conceptually, perhaps it's not, but as you can see here, our tech stack overview, this is actually it's a pretty complicated array of disciplines that have to come together. So from an internal skill set perspective, we go across mechanical, electrical, and software engineering, including computer vision, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data compression, computer graphic techniques. You have to know how the internet works. I mean, so it's a wide array of skills that we have in-house to deliver this. And so from end to end, you can see here in blue, that's what's kind of our IP or our core technology. We leverage third-party hardware from NVIDIA and other major providers, so we don't make any hardware ourselves. And then we have, we rely in some cases on third-party CDNs, and then we have to understand how content is delivered, whether it's RTC, HTTP, or third-party engines like Unreal or Unity. From a capture perspective, what really separates us in the marketplace is our flexibility. So we're able to support a wide array of capture scenarios dependent upon use case and customer budget. Of course, there's other things that go along with that. If you're more interested in that, we can send these materials a follow-up, but in the interest of time, we'll keep moving. Transforming is where the key software component, where there's a lot of IP and whether proprietary or patented, where we have to essentially fuse all the views and extract a 3D performance. And we can do that offline, which means we have time to process, and we also can do it in real time, so in less than 100 milliseconds. And I'll explain why that's important in a few minutes. And you'll see it in the demo. Of course, you can edit this content afterwards, and of course, and then not only, so now you've taken in all these camera views, you have this large asset, you have to be able to compress it. So we compress data, 1000x ratio, so that you can actually play it somewhere. So it's not just a huge file sitting in nowhere. It actually goes to a device so somebody can view it. Of course, that allows you to stream. So we have a publishing platform as well as a creation platform where you can create experiences in Unity, Unreal. Eighth Wall is an AR tool for iOS, and you're able to view it. So you can capture it, store it, publish it, edit it, view it, whatever you want to do, end to end with 8i. So I'll talk, like I said, for the purpose of this group, I think I'm gonna focus more on the communication and education side. There are commercial opportunities in entertainment and commerce that we work with our customers, but I'm going to focus a little bit on communication education. So right now we've had a long project with MTech, the Futures Command, in 2 areas: education or training and communication. So we've essentially, the problem that came to us was we are trying to do these VR trainings and augmented reality trainings, and the response is good, except the corpsmen or men and women find the avatars off-putting, and it reduces the realism, and we can't capture the fog of war as we would like to. Can you help us solve that problem? And so we've created, I'll show you an example here in a moment. We've created VR trainings and an AR training for tourniquets, which is completely photorealism. It's done by the actual trainers at Camp Pendleton, as well as we're developed with them a real-time remote diagnosis system where you can basically capture you can capture a person who's injured or anything like that, and they can be remotely diagnosed in real time by a medical professional or anyone else, whatever the circumstance may be. So you're talking about a system where you can create realism for any virtual scenario, whether it be VR or AR based, as well as you can do remote communication, remote diagnosis, remote collaboration in an immersive space with the real folks in the experience. So it creates a sense of realism and practicality that you've never been able to achieve before.
Hayes, we should get going with the demo.
All right, so here's a quick clip of the U.S. Army now. Simon, my CTO, is in Chicago. If you go to your desktop, you can simply type in the scotty.8i.com/deep-tech, or if on your mobile, you can scan that QR code and you will see in live broadcast mode our CTO from our Chicago stage. So feel free to do that at this time.
I think what we're going to do is while people are queuing up the viewer,
Yep.
let's open up the floor to question and answers.
Sure.
Any questions for Hayes?
So far, who do you find to be your beachhead customer? It's super cool. I'll give it 10 out of 10, the cool factor, but I wonder who's the first adopter.
We have a global customer base, so it ranges anywhere from SoftBank is a large customer in Japan. We have LG is a customer in Korea. China Telecom is a customer in China. AIS in Thailand. Anywhere, and then also the U.S. Army, obviously large. We use it goes all the way to like the WWE, right? Wrestling, it can be. So that's when you get into entertainment and commerce. So it really runs the gamut. We have a global customer base. We're really, why we're here, where we're interested here is we want to take this work we've done in the training and the communication area, remote communication, and really drive that forward, especially in the enterprise and the Department of Defense realm, because there's just a huge, I think that's the best place to start with this technology. When you get into entertainment and commerce, it's consumer-based, it's fun, it's interesting, but it's not delivering the tangible value that you really could in that space. So that's why we're here today, is to really focus on, we're looking to take what we're already doing with the U.S. Army and expand that across enterprise and other elements of the Department of Defense, et cetera. And we do have proposals with SBIR and AFWorks and things of that already out there, but continue to push that forward is really what we want to do. Does anybody any other questions? It sounds like you're seeing it okay. That's good. Sometimes usually it's the live broadcast speed works and everything, but that's Simon, our CTO, and it's live in Chicago, and we can do beyond the live broadcast. There is a real-time function, which is an interactive experience. So you can actually, shake hands, talk, almost like a Zoom meeting experience. It's harder to demonstrate to a wide array of folks. So we're sticking with live broadcast today.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Hayes, from 8i. And any way to be in contact with Hayes is right here. And also, Hayes, please put your email or in any way you want to be contacted into
Yeah,
the
you can
chat.
contact me here's my info. And of course, if you would like a copy of the presentation for more details, feel free to ask. Appreciate your time today.